Kings and Queens, welcome back to the channel for yet another video. I know, we just posted one, but Dead by Daylight decided to drop their teaser. Alright, well, let's jump on into it. So, they posted on Twitter with the caption, "Cutting Edge Innovation." And here is the video. I'll play it for you guys now. So basically what you're seeing is, on the first scene, a lot of different blueprints of this skull type of contraption where this person, or this killer, I'm assuming, is making some invention, and he has the schematics, and then what we actually see is him building everything. So we see the skull, and the skull is essentially strapped up to some type of wire harness, essentially. Harness, not harness. And it looks like there's a bomb in the middle of it. That's at least what it's looking like. There's a big glowing red light, so it could just be anything, but that's just what I'm assuming it's going to be. We also see that there's something on the eye itself on the right hand side, so this might be the killer's actual power rather than a trap that they're going to be placing on a survivor, or it could be vice versa. That is where I'm leaning towards with this one. This could be essentially like the killer's brain, the killer's head, and he's essentially crafting maybe a monster or himself to make himself better, and the right eye that he has is going to allow him to see things that someone might not normally see. Maybe you can look at the walls and just see where the survivors are running, see scratch marks through walls, footprints, whatever it is. Kind of like a really good tracking killer. We also see this glowing, pulsing light in the mouth. I refer to it as maybe a bomb. If this was a trap, at least that's what I would think it was. Something very similar to Jigsaw or Saw, where the pig places the bear trap on your head and it beeps and eventually kills you. So this might be something like that. If not, and again, this is the killer's power itself, it might be a big laser beam or something. I don't know. A little far-fetched, but it might be something that over time it could explode and maybe have some shocking, or maybe not necessarily shocking as that's too close to the doctor, but some type of negative effect on the survivor. Because it's glowing, it has me thinking that it will be some type of explosion, so maybe he hits you with a shockwave or something like that that might stop you in your tracks. They then revealed the actual name of this, and it's called Tools of Torment. That's quite interesting, very similar to Trails of Torment for Pyramid Head, and they said learn more on February 15th. So I'm assuming that this chapter is going to come out on the 15th. Previously, we said that it was going to come out on Tuesday, but if we're learning more on the 15th, I'd assume that the PTB is going to feature this on the 15th, so not sure if the PTB will be on the 14th or the 15th. Nonetheless, this is quite interesting. Besides the obvious, we also see a ton of different parts and a ton of different schematics around. So whatever this killer is, or whoever this killer is, they're very innovative and they know how to work with technology. Maybe their power can extend to the fact that they can mess with generators or anything with mechanical stuff. Maybe they can mess with hooks in Dead by Daylight, anything along the lines. It could be quite interesting to have a killer that can actively fix, or degress, I should say, generators or make them work a different way. Maybe that glowing red light that we see coming out of the mouth of this skull is something that he places on the generators, and kind of like a reverse flashbang, it can blow up when the survivors are using it, causing it to have a lot of regression. This would be quite innovative and quite different. We've never really seen a killer's power directly affect generators. Mostly it's the survivors and Chase itself. This also could be like a rage mode buildup, and the more this happens, it works. Honestly, I either think that it's going to be the power for the killer, and that's the killer itself that we're looking at because of the eye, or if it's not, it's a trap for the survivor that over time might deteriorate them. I think this is going to be something for the killer though, as he's working very hard in his schematics, and it seems like there's only one, unlike the pig's hats where there's multiple of them and then she just gives them to everybody. This seems something more of the killer side. I also want to go back to the beginning opening scene. What's on the paper kind of almost looks like a brain in the bottom. It might be a little bit different, but if that is the case, it means that this guy is essentially wearing this on his head, and he's just using the skull as a replica, and these wires that we see in the back are actually connecting to his brain. So if that is the case, this probably will be more of a killer power rather than a survivor one, unless it would be for a really cool Mori where he attaches it to your brain. But I'm assuming the thing that's on his right retina or eye and all the wires hanging out and the mouth will be part of the power. Nonetheless, that's my first impressions and first thoughts. I'm kind of just brainstorming here with you guys, and I hope you guys did enjoy this quick short video of what we've basically seen. New teaser. Who can it be? Is it Terminator? I guess so. We'll have to wait and find out on Wednesday, sorry, the 15th. And that is pretty much going to do it for this video. As always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.